why many stolen vehicles are being investigated for recovery. This success was made easy due to the usage of our electronic applications, particularly the ECMR portal. Nigerians have been so understanding in this regard, and they have been making use of the ECMR portal, putting their information on the portal, and this has made our effort in recovering stolen vehicles very, very, very easy. As part of the relentless efforts towards combating vehicle-related crimes, the force wishes to announce the recent successful operation that led to the recovery of stolen vehicles utilizing the Electronic Central Motor Registry System. The Electronic Central Motor Registry System, ECMR, is a digitalized repository of licensed motor vehicles in the country. Since the initiative began, successes have been and are still being recorded by the force. Some of these successes include members of the public, especially genuine vehicle owners, are providing their vehicle information into the database, with over 400,000 vehicles registered so far. Instant reporting of vehicle theft. I can say 1,011 stolen vehicles reported on the portal. In October 2024, 3 vehicles reported stolen on the platform recovered in different parts of the country. One of the recovered vehicles was handed over to his owner right here at the force headquarters. And gentlemen of the press, I think you witnessed that particular situation here. So far, 1,011 vehicles have been reported stolen on the platform are under investigation. The IGP, the force headquarters, has actually minuted this to the Department of Force Intelligence to carry out investigation on some of. Let me say here again that 5,877 vehicles with conflicting information are being investigated. What this one means is that by the time you want to register your vehicle, and the information you are giving, providing on the portal will be conflicting vehicle. That's why we always encourage Nigerians that even if you want to buy a fairly used vehicle, try and put the information on the ECMR portal. Once you have conflicting information on that vehicle, don't buy, because that what it suggests is that the vehicle is a suspected stolen vehicle. So we are investigating 5,877 vehicles with conflicting information. So which means they are suspected stolen vehicle, and we are working with all ministry, department, and agencies, licensing offices, to make sure we get to the root of this and settle the conflicts on these vehicles. Today, I am pleased to inform Nigerians that the force is closing up on recovering 7 stolen vehicles reported on this market. There are some that we actually got information already. And the case study I want to give us today is interesting. That's why I picked that singular one as a very good case study for us to see how effective technology can do, and with the use of this technology, how policing can actually be easy for everybody, including you that are going to make use of the app. App is going to be very easy for you so that you don't run foul of the law. In this third case of this press briefing, a Toyota Highlander stolen in 2021, that is 4 years ago, was recovered by the police last week in Enugu State, and especially in our custody here in Abuja. I don't know where it's parked, but they brought it from CPF's Enugu brought vehicle to Abuja, and it was handed over to the ICT, because the ICT department manages this application for now in conjunction with the Department of Operations. Possibly it's part within the headquarters. I'm going to show you the vehicle so that you can see. But you need to understand the story behind it. The vehicle was stolen on 13 January 2024. Because the minute the vehicle was stolen, the owner made a report. I think it's in Kano. They made a report and he went through the record. So he reported the vehicle stolen. 2 years later, the rightful owner learned about the Nigerian police stolen vehicle report portal, the one we shared the other time. We are still going to roll it out to you. So he made use of the ECMR reporting portal and reported the theft. The vehicle was sold to a buyer in Kano who decided to provide the vehicle details to the police through the ECMR portal and obtain a certificate to that effect. In the process, the system flagged it as stolen because when you input your information, it's going to blink and show that this is stolen. Based on the earlier report, because this has been reported stolen, that's why we call current Nigerians that once we have a vehicle stolen anywhere, please report to us so that it's going to be on our database. So any moment a similar detail or information of any vehicle is being put on that platform, is going to flag it stolen. And then you know that there's a problem somewhere. It's going to make it easier for us to investigate. So when the thing was flagged based on the earlier report, we started investigating, which led to the recovery of the vehicle in Enugu. The seller or receiver then and buyer will have their date in court soon anyway. The owner is right here with us. He should be around. That's why I said I was waiting for somebody to talk to us. He actually wants to express his happiness because after 4 years and above, he never thought of seeing the vehicle again. And the story behind this vehicle was that the owner, the thief who stole the vehicle then is late now. And the wife of the thief was traveling with the vehicle. In fact, the vehicle was recovered while the wife of the deceased thief, was driving the vehicle. Unknown to the world, we continue to invest in using every available tool to ensure the safety of our citizens and protect their property. The force encouraging citizens to take advantage of this technological advancement and report activities to aid in our collective fight against crime. Tools are introduced are still functional, effective. Rescue Me app is there. Nigeria Police BGS emergency application is there. All of them have been rolled out. I can still share some things to always uh, inform you of good happenings in the Nigerian police force, our efforts so far in making sure we have the key to Nigerians perfect internal security mechanism in this country. We will continue to seek your support in many areas to understand our innovations. We are into digital world, and most of our strategies are going to be digital. Change is not that easy because we are changing and our patterns, our plans. People don't understand, and many always criticize what we do. All we need to do will continue to encourage us to be familiar with our laws. Let us be familiar with our legal framework in this country. Let us understand uh, why law enforcement agencies, particularly Nigerian Police Force, we need to always take the bull by the horn in enforcing our laws in this country. We are not selective about it. Every law must be enforced. And our job is not only to wait for you to commit that offense before we educate you. It's part of our statutory responsibilities to educate Nigerians not to run foul of the law. Because we are enforcing the law does not mean we're going to be wicked. We are not wicked in the Nigerian police force. We are human, we are courteous, we are professional in carrying out our duties on a daily basis. Where you don't understand the law, please ask questions. That's why I always come out at times to say online, know the law. I share some of the relevant sections of our laws. I give you provisions of these laws. I avail you with punishments that come with these laws. Is for us to educate Nigerians to know that this is actually an offense. Many don't know some of our laws. Many people don't know many provisions of our various miscellaneous acts in Nigeria. But our job is to come out to enlighten people, educate them to know these laws are available and they are punishable under the law. Every law enforcement agency always faces issues like this: the trust, hatred, and what have you. You can't rule out the fact that people will tend to hate you because you are enforcing the law. Even in our various homes, any child that is somehow stubborn will hate you. When daddy comes in, he will run away that the bad man has come. Because he's stubborn and you don't take nonsense in the home. It is like that. So we are not shocked, we are not surprised that people at times we hate the police. It's because we enforce the law and we do it well. That's why we want to develop that. But we need to bridge this gap. Trust deficit is a problem, but we continue to appeal to Nigerians to always let us shun any form of crime or criminality. Let us be law abiding. Let us be patriotic and love this our common heritage called Nigeria. I love Nigeria, and I'm sure you are going to love Nigeria. Let us encourage our brothers and sisters to embrace peace. Enough of killing one another, enough of stealing our properties, enough of making people cry on a daily basis. It's quite unfortunate. We are brothers and sisters. They who live sorrow, pains, and agonies on the land for us. They are our common enemies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any, any question? I have a question.
All my questions will center on my
On
president. You
this
could
one.
address our
You're on live to
Okay,
GTV Africa and you're listening
I
to
registered for CMR last year. While we were talking now, they just alerted me that my certificate has expired. Now the question is, going to the portal, is it a yearly thing or once you register you are covered?
I think there are issues there, and one of the reasons the headquarters has not meet it, the enforcement compulsory for now. I think these are the issues the departments are trying to sort out. So when they sort it out, I'm going to address you again as you raise. So we are going to discuss it.
Okay, sir. And what about student vehicles that's cancelled and second and so tax? So
Yes, the problem in that is they have dismembered that kind of vehicle, and that's why you see now that we want commands to emulate what the Federal Capital Territory is doing. The FCT command and the task force are visiting us and go and see what they have recovered at the Federal Capital Territory Command. I visited the CP and he conducted me around the compound. I noticed that they have recovered so many things: underground cable, bypass cables, uh, manhole covers, and what have you. So I think once the vehicle is stolen and is dismantled, we need to work more on those vulnerable areas, um, scrap centers, and all those mechanic villages. But it's a call to all of us. Something is wrong. But you know, people we like to have cheap things. We like a roof, cheap things. The woman never knew the husband was a thief, and the vehicle was actually stolen. But with the power of technology, the police, well, for the past 2 years, they've been on it because the moment that the man actually registered the something on the portal flagged stolen. And then we started moving, tracking one by one. So when the vehicle moved from Kaduna and Kano, they are following the thing on the system, following the thing on the how to Enugu, they said no. Apparently, many of them will park these vehicles a very long time, they will not move them. And once these vehicles are not so moved, tracing or tracking them might be difficult. But anytime you pick this vehicle to say you want to go out, any movement is going to show on the dashboard that this vehicle has been moved from point A to point B. That is technology. So dismantled vehicles, stolen vehicles is a very difficult thing. But here I think now is our collective responsibility as Nigerians to kick against and to look after these individuals who steal vehicles and go to Wabula or villages or whatever to go and dismantle. But I think with innovations, technological innovations, we may get there one day to have any application tool that will help us to detect any dismantled vehicle. But for now, I don't think I'm not aware if you have such a thing. Any other? Pastor,
My name is Jonas.
put pastor.
Commander,
So I want to ask the 5,000 and
877 conflicting.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they are found to be stolen vehicles, what will happen? Don't you think there will be crisis in the transport sector?
It can't be crazy. Do you know the number of vehicles we have in Nigeria? This 5,877 conflicting information will tell you that perhaps certain information has been altered on the original status of that vehicle. But I can say it in most cases, when you have it like this on this portal, it's 80% sure that they are suspected stolen vehicles. So, Pastor, if you have 5,877 vehicles out of circulation, it's not out of circulation, you're only detecting the original owner. And to hold on to the person who is in possession. There's a difference between possession and ownership. The fact that something is in possession does not mean you are the owner. So it's the job of the police to actually determine who is the owner and whose possession is it. Is it the owner that is in possession of it, or is it the receiver? That's why you give kudos to police and appreciate our brain work at times, because it's very technical work that we do to detect some of these things. Somebody might be using the vehicle for the past 7 years. Now, even in the community, you know him to be Baba Best, Lombo, and maybe that Baba Best, not they call. But it might be a stolen vehicle. Until the day that we'll be able to track to know that it's a stolen vehicle, then we just not know the Baba. Please, we have to have you some questions. Do you know this particular Benz you've been driving for the past 7 years is a stolen vehicle? You should take note that there's a difference between possession and ownership. And that's why police will always come in to clarify whether it's possession and ownership.
Thank you very much. I think we should now talk to the man who wants to.
He's MC. He's MC. Don't be your call and say, MC. I think that person will get most now and understand. For respect that.
Somebody is not in here.
Okay, so sir, my name is Peter.
Sorry about the accident.
Thank you, sir. So my name is Peter from Region Nigeria. Good initiative. Lovely, sir. But sir, my fear is in the future, hope the Nigerian police and the road safety will not clash. Because in all this conversation, there was no police. You didn't talk about your collaboration between Nigerian police and these people, because I have been in that situation where the policeman stopped me and he was asking for my papers and everything. Then suddenly, across the scene, I road safety waiting for me. So the guy now walked up to me and said, "Oga, now our job to check out, not the police job to check out." So now with this, because we don't have a center. I don't know if we have a center data where we check these things between these two sides.
Thank you, Peter. Let me help you out. In this situation, I've said it somewhere again that I've not seen where, perhaps you can experience it on the road. I've not seen where the road safety and security agency in Nigeria will challenge the Nigeria police force. It has never happened. The boys on the field can be trained by no. See, that registration is all of us still reports to a licensing office. At joint level, we have application, we have a tab. That moment I put your number on the registration number of your vehicle on that tab, you're going to give me everything about you, even your genotype. As a driver, I will know. Yes, it is there. Because it's part of. Don't forget that it's connected to central database. That everything you have your data, your biometrics that have been already captured, it's going to reflect. It's going to reflect on this, but it's technology.
The paternity of the vessel.
Yes, you can't do anything in Nigeria now without NIN. You can't do anything in Nigeria. So why you are trying to put your information on this? There's a place for your NIN. You are going to have it there. So it's a comprehensive system that is going to work. So Peter, I don't think all security agencies will have issues on it, particularly the police, the Federal Road Safety Corps, and VIO. We don't have any issue. But all of us, whatever we want to do, don't forget, whatever we want to do concerning vehicle registration, we still work with a licensing office in any state government. So we work with them and everything is being harmonized. It's not a problem. So I don't think I've not seen it. I'm not ready anywhere that an agency will come up and to say the police is diving to my duty. No. 20 has amended too. We have our backline and demanders and special special task force on that. So it's just there. This just they were giving birth to from the new police force and established by an act, and there's no problem. A father will always be happy to have many children and security for all and sudden in all areas. So there won't be any issue.
Excuse me, sir. I just want to find out. You mentioned what.
I didn't get that.
Assuming I have a car and I'm suspecting that it could be a stolen vehicle.
I feel that there are some cases that you don't need to get afraid of. Some cases that you don't need to get afraid of. Like in that case now, if you use a vehicle, you'll be able to detect it's a stolen vehicle. Just go and meet. In case now, if you use a vehicle, you'll be able to detect it's a stolen vehicle. Just go and meet the police because it's
A stolen vehicle. You just listen to what's to be done.
Customs auction and all of that.
with your NIN. Even if you have status of that vehicle, you still need to come. So in that process, you have to perfect the agreement. It's an auction. You got it from a process, a legal process, and you need to perfect the system. So they need to transfer the information of the vehicle to your own personal information now. So you are going to have it and perfect the record so that you don't be embarrassed. But you must come with the proof that this vehicle, because definitely it's possible that these entities are taking away from the items and whatever opposite of crime. So definitely most of these items have original owners. But perhaps the original owners have run from the law, they have committed an offense, and the law has taken its. You are lucky to buy one of them, that's no problem. Have any purchase any of these auction items and just relax at home that I don't buy motor. Not in the app. You are to perfect your record and transfer the information to your own information.
Well, you've just listened to the details from First Public Relations Officer ACP
Then can we
Olumiwa
have
Adejobi
the owner of that vehicle?
on issue of vehicles.
Yes. So far that we have on our system, there might be others that still completing, but because they have not come forward to security agencies to it, particularly the custom. Custom has many roles to play in this regard. So I think we have sent a memo to them, a letter to them to see how we can partner with them. That both of those vehicles coming in can be easily recorded, registered, so that we will be able to have perfect database. All we need is a central database of all the vehicles we use in Nigeria, and it's very key. I'm sure we must have written a letter to custom, and I think Federal Road Safety Corps too has been involved, JTB involved, many licensing offices across the 36 states, including Federal Capital Territory, are involved. Correspondences have been sent out in this regard. It's a process, and we are getting there gradually. Story and how you are happy to have your vehicle recovered. Story and how you are happy to have your vehicle recovered. Your name, where you okay? Don't say your name. Just say Mr. A.
Thank you very much.
So tell me what you do. Don't worry. You can borrow my name.
Good afternoon all. I was here earlier. Sorry, I came in there. I didn't know the invitation.
Was it turning your face? I just okay.
So my vehicle was stolen on the 13th of January 2001. 2021, sorry. I was attacked in my house. I didn't go out. It was in my house. They came at about 2 a.m. Attacked me and the vehicle. Then the next morning, I went to the nearest police station and made a statement. And we prayed and prayed and prayed for 3 years plus. There seemed not to be any results. So until on the 18th of December last year, I got a call from an ACP asking of my name. I told him my name. He asked whether my vehicle was stolen. I said yes. What year? I told him the brand of the vehicle. I told him. So you have to come to my office tomorrow. I said no. But like every other Nigerian, I was skeptical, like the Figaro said. Until now, open the system and showed me this is your name, this is the vehicle number, this is the chassis number, this is the other details of the vehicle, the color. I said, okay, where is the vehicle? He said it's in Canada. I came here again last week, and the military consultant there, I think Mr. Dan, and the man that went to bring the vehicle, they took me and I saw the vehicle. My own vehicle. I drove that vehicle only for 6 months after purchase. Only 6 months. Then I came, I saw the vehicle. Then I came, I saw the vehicle. No matter how bad it is, it's still my vehicle. It's my vehicle. I'm proud of the Nigerian police force. And I promised the commissioner to the other day that it's a commitment I have made. I will tell people this story. I will tell people this story, and people will know that actually Nigerian police.
To make this or that. And I hope let us tell investigators to please release his vehicle to him on time. No unnecessary bureaucratic processes to delay the release of the vehicle. Please let us make sure he doesn't get the vehicle today, tomorrow he should have his vehicle. That's the purpose of that. And let us senior officers monitor the release process. We will not want to hear stories. We will not have to hear complaint for the man that has praised us already. It's not good for him to still come back and no revenge.
Your whole life to GTV Africa, and you just listening to
I want
what
to say the IGP, IGP look at the Adejobi was commented. Technology has done it very good, and I don't want him to pass through any unnecessary stress in getting that thing. And this is one of the cases we have, like I told you, we have recovered more than 1,500 plus vehicles this year. It's taking more time, like 4 years lost. He has lost hope, and that's why I said, okay, let him go. There are 2 vehicles again recovered in Kano, where? Another, the same method in Kano, but I can't be telling them to come and testify all the way from Kano in Abuja. It doesn't make any sense. And we have those that have enjoyed the good services of the Nigerian police force to evangelize the potentials and capabilities of the Nigerian police force. Don't speak to run us down as if we are not effective. We work, but you need to consider certain challenges in a very complex system we find ourselves. But it is important that the police is working. With your support, we can do more. So we want to appeal to Nigerian police. That people pick and offense. They say, what's my business? What's this? But it is the act of the law. That's what the law says. When I'm in the image of the police, emulate the good ones in the police, what they do, so that the police can attain its primacy in the